Before this video starts, I wanted to inform every single last viewer of this video that I have started a GoFundMe for the Inoue Fulton fight. I'm trying to go to Japan and raise some money and get you guys great content out there in Japan. And I'm going to try to be out there for at least a month. And I'm going to need you guys' help to get you guys that great content and make this thing happen. So if you're interested in helping me with that, the GoFundMe link will be down below in the description and in the pinned comments. So help me out and help me help you help True School Sports get to the land of the rising sun for Inoue Fulton. It is the road to Japan. So yeah, help me out with that and enjoy the video.
It's personal between me, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents Something the Boxing Games are Missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, interesting stuff, and this is a fight that just got announced recently. So y'all can say the date, mark your calendars. March 11th, we're going to have a very intriguing fight in the super middleweight division between two guys on the come up. Now, Diego Pacheco, I've said it many times before, I will say it once again. Diego Pacheco is without a shadow of a doubt Eddie Hearn's best American prospect. He's better than Mark Castro. He's better than Ammo Williams. He was better than Otha Jones III. He's better than Nikita Abibi. He's better than Raymond Ford. He's better than anybody that whole crop of guys Eddie Hearn signed initially from America, the young American talent. I've been saying it for 4 years now. Diego Pacheco was the best of the bunch. And we're going to find out a little more about how good he is out of that bunch, because it's been reported that Diego Pacheco will get a minor step up in class as he takes on the UK's very own Jack Cullen. Yes, that Jack Cullen. Now, for those of you who don't know Jack Cullen is a guy who you could classify, he's a tough fighter. Cullen is one of these fighters. He fought Felix Cash and got stopped by Felix Cash in 2019. So he's been with Felix Cash. He scored his most notable victory in July of 2021 when Eddie Hearn had his shows in his backyard. He beat Avni Yildirim, and he was the guy that beat Avni Yildirim right after Canelo beat Avni Yildirim. So he does have a good win on his resume against Avni Yildirim. Yildirim's a former world title challenger, and he's been at a certain level in boxing. So to have that win is a good for him. So, Pacheco is fighting a guy who has been in the ring with Felix Cash and who has been in the ring with Avni Yildirim, who are names in his weight class. So it's a good test for him. Cullen, from what I remember in the fight with Yildirim, I remember Yildirim being a very, very just pressuring Cullen a lot. And I remember Cullen was kind of long. And I remember Cullen, from recollection, I remember Cullen using a long rangey frame to kind of, box him and just kind of do his thing, be on the outside, control the pace. And it is what it is there. But this is a much different challenge. I'm going to tell you this. For Cullen, this is a much different challenge in Diego Pacheco, because Pacheco is extremely tall. He's very tall. He's a very tall fighter. I think he's like 6'3" or 6'5". He's tall. He's a really tall kid. He's tall. He's got exceptional boxing skills. I don't think it gets talked up enough, his boxing skills. I mean, this is a fighter that when he was an amateur, he was blue chip amateur. He was simultaneously in his weight class ranked the #1 amateur fighter in the USA and the #1 amateur fighter in Mexico. And on top of that, when he, every promoter wanted him when he came into the pros, right? And then to make matters even better for Diego, in his last, 2 or 3 fights, he's recently linked up with the Dave Benavidez camp, and I'm sure of it. He's been getting great sparring with Dave Benavidez himself. Now, this is a hot take. I'm gonna tell you guys a hot take, and I'm gonna stand on this hot take. And I don't want to put too much pressure on Diego because he's 21. He's 21. I don't want to put too much pressure on him. I'm just telling you my genuine boxing opinion, and that's the opinion that basically, if Diego Pacheco continues on the path that he's on, developing with his boxing skills and his killer instinct and his knockout power and his knockout punches and his power punches, if he continues developing his overall skill set, I genuinely believe that Dave Benavidez isn't even the best fighter in his own camp. I don't even think he's the best super middleweight in his own camp. I think Diego Pacheco has a talent, the skills, the drive, the dedication to be a better fighter than Dave Benavidez. And that's just my honest opinion. Right now, as it stands, it's Pacheco right now is 17-0, 14 knockouts. He is currently number 9 in the WBO ranking. So as crazy as it sounds, Yes, Pacheco is 21 years old, but Pacheco is going to be fighting for a world title, I think, before he even turns 23. Before his 23rd birthday, he'll be fighting for a world title or in an eliminator fight, no doubt about it. And I think there's going to be some great options coming his way because, you know, you look at the rankings, right? You know, just above him at number 8, you got Mark Heffron. Number 6, you got Zach Parker. And Eddie Hearn's shown a willingness to make his fighters fight Zach Parker. So you got Mark Heffron, Zach Parker. But where things really get interesting for Pacheco, for me, is around that number 4 spot, because number 4 in the WBO rankings is Edgar Berlanga. And Edgar Berlanga, you know, he's a promotional free agent right now. You know, this on January 3rd, 10:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, me shooting this video. He's a promotional free agent. But there's a lot of rumors going around, speculation that he is going to sign with Eddie Hearn. So if he signs with Eddie Hearn, or even if he signs with Golden Boy, if he signs with any one of the 2 promotional companies affiliated with the Zone, Diego Pacheco could be lined up at some point in the next 18 months to fight Edgar Berlanga in a big battle of young Mexican and Puerto Rican undefeated super middleweights. And I think that'd be great. I think that'd be awesome. And truthfully, I would favor Pacheco to beat Berlanga. I think Pacheco is a great, fantastic boxer. He's got everything you'd want in a fighter. First of all, he don't talk too much, which I like fighters like him. You know, like these guys like Eric Tudor and Diego Pacheco, these guys can fight their asses off, but they're not really with that talking. They ain't with that talking, bitch. They about that action. They're about the action. They're not about like being on social media and talking a bunch of shit to people. They're not about being internet fighters. They're just about their business. And that's why I respect Diego so much. And that's one thing I liked about him from day one. From day one, since I've known who Pacheco was, I've always respected that about him. And that's why I always go out of my way to say I believe he's Eddie Hearn's best prospect from America. But Berlanga and him could be a good fight. But obviously, Pacheco needs to take care of business against Jack Cullen. Cullen is an experienced fighter. I would definitely say he's the most experienced fighter Pacheco's fought to date. The most credible opponent Pacheco's fought to date. So should be a good fight. Should be a good fight. Looking forward to it. It will be on the undercard of Callum Smith's next card, which is slated for March 11th. He doesn't have an opponent yet. So March 11th, Pacheco gets another step up. And if he passes this one, he climbs up the ranks even more. And he continues to prove your boy BT right, fight by fight, round by round, punch by punch, and brick by brick. So, yeah, that's the news. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about it? Diego Pacheco versus Jack Cullen. And what do you guys think if he beats Cullen? How far do you think Pacheco is from fighting him for a world title? Truthfully speaking, I don't think it's that far away, because I do think the landscape of 168 is going to change a lot in the coming days, or in the coming years, in the coming months. I think by the time we get to the middle of next year, it'll be a whole different weight class. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.